Hey everyone, thanks for watching this video. Today we're in Portland, Oregon at the Lumberyard Indoor Bike Park, home of Shred Academy. Today I'm going to show you 5 easy in the air tricks that you can get started on the flat ground. So grab your bike, class is in session. Alright everyone, so the first trick that you should be working on the flat ground is called a Timmy Turnbar. This is one of the most exciting things to start learning, especially for somebody that's looking to build their confidence, who maybe isn't ready to try some other tricks. Basically what we're going to do is be pulling up on the bar and turning that bar and putting it right back down. When we start doing wheel lifts and doing a Timmy Turnbar, you're going to start understanding the timing that it needs to do your trick and then reset yourself so you can land on the ground again. This is going to be the gateway for the rest of the tricks that we're going to learn in this video. Learning how to do Timmy Turnbars also helps you increase your bike control. I always tell my students that the more decisions that you're making while you're on the bike will keep you in more control. So simply by jumping in the air and deciding to turn your bar a little bit and get a little bit of style can keep you in a little bit more control. The second trick that I recommend that you start working on is a one-hander. In this demonstration you might see that if I lean too far forward and have my chin in front of the handlebars, then I might have to take a step off the front of the bike. If I have my chin behind the handlebars and take my hand off, you might see that bike try to step out from underneath you. So doing this on the flat ground shows you how to stay centered on the bike so you can get ready to do a wheel lift into it. Remember to practice this trick with each hand, your left hand and your right hand. The third easy air trick that you can try learning on the flat ground is no footers. This one is really fun, and this opens up a whole new world to a ton of tricks that you can start learning. When you start working with no footed tricks, you're going to want to wear your shin guards. Your pedals are going to start biting your legs as you make mistakes. There's a huge difference between the rider that gets hit by their pedal and is too hurt to continue to try their move, or the rider that's wearing their safety gear so that they can keep riding and learn the move that they're trying to learn. So make sure that you're being really smart when you ride. To do this trick on the flat ground, you're going to want to just put a lot of weight on your hands so that way you can jump off the pedals with your feet. It's going to be best if you take your feet out rather than up. I see a lot of beginner riders try to do a no footer by bringing their foot straight up, and your foot will block the view of the pedal if you do this. One of the best tips for a no footer is to keep your eyes on the front pedal. You want to make sure that you get that front pedal on first. So if you're left foot forward, make sure you get that left foot on. If you're right foot forward, make sure to get that right foot on. This will limit your chances of getting a pedal strike to the shin. Another trick you guys could be working on is a trick called a UFO. This one is very simple because all you're going to be doing is pedaling backwards. The biggest thing that I see my new riders doing is they're putting all of their weight on their left or their right foot as they're rotating their cranks around. You're going to want to have your elbows out like this with a nice firm grip on your handlebars. That way you can stay centered and lift your knees up in order to make the cranks go around backwards. This is going to be one of the most helpful things to get you through this trick. If you do a UFO while you're practicing wheel lifts, it's going to give you a really good idea of the timing needed to do it on a jump. The reason I love teaching people UFOs is because there's a low commitment level to this. You don't have to get the cranks all the way around to have fun learning this trick. It's a hands-on, feet-on exercise. So if you rotate the cranks a quarter of the way backwards and land, you're going to be totally fine. If you do halfway, you're going to be totally fine. So the idea is to keep working on this until you can get a full crank backwards. Next, I'm going to show you one of my most favorite things to work on, and that's called a crank flip. Crank flips are super fun because it's a way that you can take your no-footers to another level and be really creative. In order to do this with your front foot, simply stand with one foot on the ground and have your front foot on the pedal facing forward. You're going to be able to toe down and get your knee in front of the pedal and scoop that thing back. Once you flick the cranks around, you're going to want to do the same technique as you do with the no-footers. You're going to want to keep your eye on that front pedal, and when that thing comes around, get your front foot back on and try to get your back foot on too. So there you have it, 5 easy in the air moves that you can start working on the flat ground. If you like this video, give it a like. Make sure to share it with a friend who you think can use some tips on learning some tricks as well. God, outros are kind of weird. That was alright. I could edit that down. Yeah. Add music to it, make it sick.
I think it was good.
Make it sick.
I really kind of like that shot I was getting.
Heck yeah.
When somebody filming and they do tricks, you shut up.